Go shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. We're gonna sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. We don't give a it's just your birthday. Oh, we're not drinking Bacardi. We're on the left here. I'm here on my birthday. It's not your birthday, it's mine. Not feeling well. So I'm gonna do what I wanna do on my birthday, and that's bring you this epic race from the Nürburgring Nordschleife. Let's get into it. This is the most challenging race I've ever taken part in for a variety of reasons. Now, we've got a grid of 16. We've got impending changing weather on the cards. And we've had some issues. We experienced a glitch here whereby nobody's time got recorded for the qualifying. So the grid is in random order. But this is a very changeable race. It's a long race, so if you can stick with me to the end, I really appreciate it. So starting 11th, people on multiple tyre choices. Tipped in rain. I've started on the hard tyre, the slick, as I'm a big believer, you know, you got to go with the conditions that are in front of you, not try to over-predict. So immediately we move up to 10th, up to 9th, cutting my way through the field like a true boss, but at the same time, not trying to make any contact because we don't want to pick up any damage and, you know, put ourselves on the back foot too early. And I think looking at the whole field and the way people are driving, everybody's kind of taking on that same school of thought. Everyone's being very precise. So yeah, look at the move around the outside, up to 7th. So started 11th, up to 7th already, just after a few corners. I'm absolutely on the charge. Let's go on board and have a little look. Chasing down 6th place in the Nissan Skyline GTR. Keeping it tight on the inside. Again, just keeping it close, staying in the slipstream, not trying to make any contact with the guys in front. This is quite a challenge here, going through these high-speed corners. As my man almost flips out, catches it nicely. A little excursion there, promotes me up, 1. So already we're up to 6th place. This is a tremendous start. So, the rain is incoming. That's not really a spoiler. Everybody's seen the weather forecast. I mean, look at the battle here. As we go top speed through the right-hander. In close proximity as my man takes a bit of grass coming up the inside. This hair-raising stuff could easily flip out and go off. Keeping it calm. Look at that. Gained air there, a little jump. Inside, what a move. As I think about taking the inside there, but no, gotta play the long game here. Managed to get my foot up in the inside. Just a little bit wide, which lets the Nissan Skyline gain position on me. I did back out of that one a little bit. I didn't want to battle too hard. But these early stages of the race, absolutely ferocious. I mean, at this point, we can't say we settled into anything now. It's just pedal to the metal and just trying to pick up as many places as you can before the race settles down and everyone gets into their groove and their rhythm. So at this point, I'm thinking Armco 81. He's very slow there. He's probably on wet tyres. So I'll take advantage of that. Moving up to 5th. The start couldn't be any better at this point. you guys a little onboard view. So this is the Nordschleife. This is the most difficult and challenging race circuit on planet Earth. If there's one that's more difficult, I don't know about it. One lap around here is about 12 miles. It takes about 8 minutes to complete. As we have a little look back here, see what's going on. We're getting a little bit of field spread now. So setting my sights on 4th place as we blast through the forests of Belgium. Staying in 5th gear here. There is a 6th gear on this car, but we stay in 5th as it's slightly uphill. We don't want the car to kind of stall out, maximum torque. As we take that corner much better than Season Snow. Is this Season Snow? Yeah, got that one right second time. As we close in on it. Just approaching the slow carousel coming up. As my man completely bottles it. Promotes me up to 4th place. As we get the green flags from the official to keep on racing. So let's see who's out front. Guaito. Then we've got Sandy. Season Now. Season Snow. Wayne. Got the Badger in 5th in the Toyota. Novel Reg in the NXS. Red Herring still making a mess of things. Got Yuto. Freck. Amin. Dive Bomb. Stay away from me. TJ. Zillabang. And Caballo bringing up the rear. Let's get back to me, as we know it's all about me. Putting pressure on Season Snow. I'm never gonna get it right. I should just call him, I shouldn't call him by his name anymore. I'm just gonna have to stop that one. As we're right up his rear end. Sniffing it. Sniffing it hard. Flat out through this section here. Got to get on the brakes a little bit earlier. Don't want to touch the back of him. Trying to take the better lines. As he seems to be much faster than me through this section here. Losing a bit of time through this other carousel. It's actually pulled out quite a substantial lead, which is a bit disappointing coming up to this long straight where I would have benefited hugely from the slipstream. So we're coming towards the end of lap 1 as we blast down the straight. These guys are picking up the slipstream, gaining on me. It's not going to be enough to get by. I see a little bit of bump draft in there. That's what the smoke was. Yeah. I think Nova Rent should have just went past, but he seems to be bump drafting, thinking he's going to pick up more speed and benefit from it. But I can't see how that's going to work. As with top speed down here, heavy braking, heavy. Literally stand on the brake pedal. Now, as I was saying earlier, you don't put on tires. You use the tires that are, match the situation that you're currently in. But looking at the map, the weather map, I can see the rain's coming, so I'm going to take an absolute gamble here because I don't want to get caught on slicks halfway through a lap, which is 8 minutes long. So the boys are getting to work. A little bit of top up on the fuel, and away we go. So I think a succession of cars came in the pits behind me. As you can see, we won't go through all of them, but as I retrain the track back in fourth place on intermediate wet tires. So immediately, what you will see is that I've lowered the pace. I'm not driving at the same breakneck speed that I was earlier because I don't want to wear out the tires before it starts raining. I want to capitalize on the rain tires when it's wet. So I'm sacrificing some speed in the knowledge that these guys behind, they're probably going to catch up. But I don't care. I've got to play the long game here. I'm not going to burn out the tires before it starts raining. So look, braking early, not really on the power until the car's in the straight line, taking this just slow. It's actually quite hard to do, you know, actually deliberately drive slow in a race. It's kind of counterintuitive, especially when you're not in the lead. So look, braked here, maybe 30 meters early, posted in, preserving that tire wear. Because the worst thing that could happen is, you know, you've got the correct tires on, it's raining, but your tires are dead. So then what was the point in making the pit stop? Again, this corner here is normally flat out. Just taking it easy. As these guys are gaining on me, I think they're taking it easy as well, but not quite to the same extent. As we hear the tire squeal there, he's pushing it a little bit more than he should. He's going to pay the price for that later. As what do we have? A couple of minutes after putting on the tires, the rain is incoming. You can hear it and you can see it. Listen. I mean, this has to be one of the most immersive games. This game actually convinces you whilst you're playing it that you're a racing driver. I mean, there's different elements that go into that. One is the competition that they surround you with. Two, the detail and the accuracy of the tracks. Three, as we go off, didn't pay the price too much for that. We managed to hold them up and keep them behind. We'll get back to the elements in a minute as we just view this battle as we come under huge pressure in the rain from Novel Wrench and also the Badger as we make another slide and touch the barrier. Glanced it. Didn't make any heavy contact with the barrier, which is a lifesaver because that would have ruined my race. But at this point, 2 mistakes in the rain, I don't really care because I know I'm a rain master. Yeah, we quite happily not have those mistakes take place, but I know when it comes to the rain, I'm a boss. So I'm just thinking, do you know what? It don't matter, I'm gonna catch you guys and pass you anyway. So forget that. Let's just concentrate on not making any more mistakes here. As you can see, the pace is really slowed down, but yeah, just going back to what I was saying before, competition that they put you in, the details of the tracks and the accuracy to real life, the sound is so immersive. I mean, if you got a PlayStation 5 and you're not playing Gran Turismo or you don't own the game, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this race was so adrenaline fueling. I was straight up sniffing my armpits at the end of the race. As we see the guys who didn't pit, there's a few of them here, absolutely struggling. And we're just gonna make our way through. So up, no, we're in fourth place. Badger's picked up a penalty. I said I was going to nail him. That's the come. But yeah, I just want to find these guys who don't have the correct tyres on. Yeah, maybe they quit. Yeah, I think that's safe to say they quit because they realised, you know, there's no coming back. There's literally nothing you can do if you're on slick tyres in the wet. Hence why I made that gamble. So putting the Badger under pressure here. Everybody's got their rain lights on. As I am driving the Audi R8 LMS GT3 with Badger in front there in the Toyota. It's always good to see races where everyone picks different cars and a good selection. A lot of the time what happens is everybody works out what the fastest car is. But I think with this race here, because of the length of the track and the changeable conditions, it's not so much about cars, it's about your individual skill. Just picking up some grass here. So let's check on the leader. That would be greater. I think this is a good time to start bringing up the telemetry. So as you can see, Greato's on intermediate tyres, IM bottom left. Double wrench, intermediate tyres also. Also for Badger and myself, still keeping him under pressure. Let's go on board with myself. As the rain is kind of stabilized, it's due to rain even heavier at some point in this race, but at the moment it seems to have stabilized. You can see in the bottom left, you can see a water meter, which is 2/3 of the way up, which is very handy as we go up the inside here and make moves on Badger, as he seems to be struggling a little bit. Got a 3-second penalty pending, which will allow me to settle into 3rd place with no pressure from behind. But yeah, bottom left, you've got the water meter. You can see it's 2/3 full. The bottom third, you can get away with slicks. The middle third, that means intermediates, and the final third means you need wet tires. You can see it's inching into the wet tire territory, and we're on intermediates. But intermediate tires can cope in wet conditions. Obviously, be better in wets, but you have to make do with the current situation. So the Badger served his penalty. That's brought him in into a battle with Armco 81 in the Nissan Skyline GTR with the boring black livery. Could have picked a better livery, but anyway. As you see me in the distance, what's happening here? He's going wheel to wheel. Is he gonna make? He's gone for the outside, outbraked him. What happens here? He's going back for the switcheroo. Yeah, he's gone for the switchback. Performed it nicely. Job done. Let's get back onto me. Still chasing down Double Wrench. As we can see the rain beating off the visor here. go a bit wide here and then cut in. Yeah, this is quite handy. I can see him going offline. He's missing his spots. It's not easy to do, especially when someone's chasing you down. You're always trying to push that little bit hard, and it's so easy to like overstep the mark. You know, in these conditions, it's a lot easier to chase than it is to be chased. That's one thing about this game that's definitely better than a lot of other racing games is the racing conditions. You know, a lot of the time in other racing games, when it's wet, it's just a facade. You know, you see the rain, but you're not really driving at rain speeds. I mean, if you compare this to the opening lap, you can quite see how delicate and precise you have to be, and how you have to slow down and brake earlier and really take the conditions into consideration. I mean, this is the fastest the car can go. It's the fastest I can make it go at this point in the race. So while things are slowed down, this is actually pedal to the metal stuff, just rain conditions. So we've got Encore behind, Greato blasting down the straight. As we're going a bit left and right here, it's so easy to lose it. This is borderline flat out in the dry, but we're having to brake here. So Noble Wrench seems to be getting away a little bit. No big concern. Just stick to the plan at this point in the race. Pushing too hard, something negative is definitely going to happen. So let's just see what happens here. And you can see the sliding and the car control taking place. So obviously I'm going to upload this to YouTube in 1080p. I'm playing this in 4K and it looks amazing. I'm sure it's going to look good on YouTube, but it's not quite the same. You know, if you've got a 4K TV and you've got a PlayStation 5 and you see the way this game looks, it's literally mind-blowing. As we come to one of the slowest corners on the track here. Waiting for the car to get in a straight line before we hit the power. So it's fair to say me and Noble Wrench are at a similar speed. I'm not really gaining or losing on him. The status quo at the moment. Encore doing behind. Encore's, he's not too far behind. You can just see me there in the distance. As Noble Wrench makes a big mistake. Hits reverse. Chaos. He's losing so much time there. How long does it take him to get back on track? Too long. Far too long. Have dirty tyres, he's got damage. It'll be interesting to see where he finishes the race as he gets passed by the Badger. That moves Badger up into fourth. We've got Iron Cold charging. Myself and Greatos. It feels a little spread out now, but I promise you it won't stay that way. So at this point, I'm actually about 20 seconds off the lead. And I'm looking at the time delta and it's climbing down all the time. So at this point, I'm catching the leader hand over fist. Let's get a little on board here. So if you look at the bottom right, you see the flickering white bar. That's actually my foot on the accelerator. And just to the left of that, you've got the brake monitor there. So you can actually see my inputs. See the red? And the red, that's me, comes up, that's me on the brake. You can actually see on the right side, the accelerator, there's not a lot of full throttle going in this. A lot of modulation of the accelerator. You know, full white will represent like me putting full power on the accelerator. As you can see, it's just flickering, just feeding in the accelerator because, you know, if you go full power at the wrong point, your car will do a full spin. A little bit of lift and coast. And again, as usual, we are driving manual selection. I mean, there's nothing wrong with driving auto in this game, but obviously driving manual gives you more control over the car. Flicking down gears into certain corners can give you that little extra rotation, allowing you to get on the power a little bit earlier. So top right, you can see the map with the Nordschleife. The red arrow represents me. And then you can see where everybody else is on the map there as we're just coasting our way around. Well, coasting in comparison to drag conditions. So as I say, I'm catching Greato, hand over fist. But Amco's also catching me. At this point of the race, he is the fastest guy on the track. You can see me up ahead there. You can actually see the leader. You can see both the leader and myself represented by those misty patches going up the hill in the distance. So I'm just going up the hill. Greato coming down the hill into the heavy braking area under the heavy rain. Let's see how I handle this. Coming from 167 miles per hour. Early on the brakes, downshift 1, downshift to 4, downshift to 3, downshift to 2 and 1. Get the rotation in. Back up to 2, still modulating the accelerator. And full power now as we blast down the main straight. So Greato decides to make a pit stop. Comes back out in third. So obviously he's on the charge now. Didn't lose any positions. What happened to Novel Wrench after his spin? Yeah, as expected. Comes in, change the tyres on to repair that damage. Just goes to show how quickly things can change. This guy was chasing down the leader, thinking he had a good shot at winning. But now it's just a consolidation as he picks up fresh boots, refuels, fixes the damage. Oh, this is a long pit stop. Let's see where this puts him out. comes out in 8th place. Anyone behind him? Silly bag. A little battle at the back going on here. These guys haven't got any daytime, any daylight. As Caballo looking like a boss in last place. Tearing up the track in last place. Everybody in these races, it's good. It don't really matter where you are. But yeah, he's coming in as well. Sliding all over the place, looking fast and that, but yeah, in last place, so whatever. And I kind of made a mistake here. I'm in first place. Looking through the field, I kind of skipped whatever happened there. What happened to Grado? Oh, that's it. Grado pitted and came out in third. He didn't, so that promoted me to first. Are we missing these big deals? Amateur move. Amateur move. My apologies. But yeah, after starting 11th, I am now officially leading the race, being chased down by Armo 81. These names are really getting the better of me. Mistakes are being made, but it's all good. So yeah, Armo has the fastest lap of the race. You can see on the left there where it says FL Armo 81 9:38. So that's the fastest lap of the race. 9 minutes 31. My fastest lap is 9 minutes 44. Why am I? Okay, so there's I got a 9 minutes 39 there as well, and an 8 minutes 33. 9:44 is just the previous lap. So actually my fastest lap over 12 miles is only 1 second slower, but he's really honing in on me now. And I'm kicking up the mist in his face. Need to kick up a little bit more mist, just so he can't see where he's going. Am I feeling pressure at this point with him right up behind me? Not really. But I like as we make contact there. Let's go to TV cam. See exactly what's going on. Put the TV cam on me. Yeah, it's clear to me he's faster. But if you look bottom left, I've got higher tyre wear than he does, represented by the 4 white blocks in the bottom left. I mean, if you flip back and forward, you can see his tyre wear is slightly better. So that could be a differentiating factor, but definitely not an excuse. At this point, he's just a little bit quicker. So don't forget we got Grado here, who just pitted. He's on fresh tyres, on the wet tyres, whereas we're on the intermediate. I am. So he's on charge, making mistakes. He should have picked up damage there, but he didn't. Got away with that one. As I get punted in this wheel-to-wheel battle here with Armo. I keep thinking Armco. Obviously, the racing barriers Armco, but Armo. That's why I keep messing it up. But yeah, he's right up. He's right behind me. At this stage, I feel like he's getting frustrated. He feels and he knows he's the fastest on the track. But you know, why am I gonna make it easy for you? I'm not. Absolutely not. I have every right to defend my position on the track. Singing through the forest again, left, right. This is one of the fastest parts of the circuit. It's not a straight, but it's a succession of flat out corners in the dry. managed to open up a slight gap here. Nothing too major. Armo is not giving up the ghost. See, Armo 81, I'm assuming he's born in 1981. So we got a pair of 40-plus-year-olds bossing the race. It's not all about being young and fast twitch, you know. As he closes the gap. As we're heading towards the back end of the race, we're not too far from the end now, so stick with me. I know it's a long one, but it's all worth it in the end. As I get barged off the track, that was a dirty move. At the time, it didn't feel that dirty, it didn't feel like a major contact, but yeah, he absolutely bullied his way through there, which is not cool. Calm as he goes off the track, and we managed to get the lead back. Yeah, but here, side by side, going wide, again, showing me the grass, making me slip and slide, he manages to get the position back. All this is allowing Rato to close the gap. But at this point, I'm thinking I'm not giving up the ghost here. I'm on you. You know, we don't quit. So I want that lead back. I want it back ASAP. But again, he does much better than me through this section. That's just due to probably driving more aggressive. You know, you got to be calculated. I mean, I could drive more aggressive, but then maybe I would have made more mistakes. Maybe I would have hit the barrier already. You know, like Novel Wrench did. Where is he? Back here. Maybe I wouldn't be in second. So it's all a balancing act. You know, I've got to try to be fast within the confines of being sensible as we come on to the long final straight for the second to last time. So what you can't see, at this point in the race, I got a big decision to make. I got a message flashing up on my screen telling me I'm not going to make it to the end of the race unless I pick for fuel. So the options are to change the car into fuel saving mode, which will allow me to go to the end of the race, but at the same time my car will be slower. So due to the fact that Armo 81 was able to catch and pass me whilst I was driving under normal power, I'm thinking I can't go into fuel saving mode. If I go into fuel saving mode, there's no way I'm going to come first. And also, Rato, who's closing the gap in third, you can see me ahead, would also catch and pass me. So I'm thinking I might as well pit, get new fresh tyres, get the fuel I need. There's one lap left. It is a fairly long lap, so I'm just going to go on the charge. Also, I know by pitting fourth place, you can't catch me. As you look top right, look at the map of the Nordschleife, and you can see us three there, my red dot, and you can see fourth place there. He's nowhere near me, so that gives me a window of opportunity to come in, come out of fresh tyres. I mean, fourth place there. I'm just going to put in Freck. Yeah, he's not in touching distance, so I rejoin in third. 20 seconds down with one lap to go. I picked up the wet tyres, so now I'm on full charge trying to catch Grado and oh my god, I need to stop. Armo 81. So yeah, it really was the best option for me. Do I think I'm gonna win at this point? No, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. as the rain is really coming down now. I mean, the rain's almost as loud as the car engine sounds, really beating down. So at this point, the gap is coming down slightly towards the front too, but my concern is that it's not coming down enough. We need to be eating seconds out of these guys, you know, every sector, you know, 3 to 4 seconds, but at this point, I'm just eating into them by fractions. It's not going to be enough. I need them to really get into some hardcore battle and slow each other down. So let's have a look at the cars in this race. We have a Nissan Skyline GTR, bit scuffed up there on the right front. Contact with the barriers has been made. We got grey toe in the Porsche 911. Yeah, Porsche 911, one of the easiest cars to drive. It just drives so smooth. I mean, if I wasn't in the car that I'm in, which is the Audi LMS, I chose this car because I thought, why not? It's a car I haven't really driven in this game before, so let's try this one out. And then we've got another Porsche 911 in full place. And we've got BMW M3 sounding beastly. Then we've got Neville Wrench up into 6, recovering after his spin in the Honda NXS. A car which I believe was actually designed back in the 90s, not the current version, the original version by Ayrton Senna. He teamed up with Honda to produce the NXS. And then we got the Toyota. Look at this freeway battle here going on in the background. And we got another BMW M3 and another Porsche. Let's just stick with these guys here, have a little butchers, see what's going on. As we are on the final lap here. I mean, these guys ain't challenging for the win, but I'm sure they're having a... Oh, what do we have here? As he lost it. I'm sure they're having a lot of fun back here in their little individual battle. That's what it's all about. It's not all about just winning. It's all about finding your spot in the race and getting into some good battles with some good competition. And clearly that's taking place back here. And then Badger, who was doing well earlier. I'm not sure what happened to him. Maybe he pitted. Again in the Toyota, which is one of the fastest cars in a straight line, but doesn't often do too well around corners. What do we have here? What is this car? Oh, this is the Genesis. I believe a Toyota Genesis, which is up until a few weeks ago the fastest car in this category. I believe they patched the game to balance them out, but I still think it's one of the most competitive cars. Got another Porsche 911 Martini, and we got an AMG Mercedes bringing up the rear. Actually sounds the best. Let's listen to this car. Yeah, that sounds nice. Let's get back to the leaders, as Radar is making big inroads on Armo. I'm still chasing these guys down. But let's see if we can gauge the gap where I am to these guys. Let's pick up a reference point. Let's see. Okay, so there the slow turn here. Just got close and round. Let's see how long it takes me to get there. It's called the carousel. I forgot what it was called. Yeah. So yeah, as I go a little bit wide around the carousel, so I'm gaining on them, but it's not looking too promising. As we're approaching the final minute or two here of the race, if Guaito wants to win, he needs to get a move on. He's running out of track, but he is closing. He's getting closer and closer. As the weather is relentless, it's not letting up. I mean, if the rain had stopped, it would have added another element, as we would have been on a drying track. People would have had to decide whether to come in for slick tires and stuff like that. That could have happened, but nobody knows. The weather is totally random. As the gap continues to get smaller and smaller. Literally 2 minutes left of this race. Every corner is one less corner to make a difference. Blasting through the puddles. So I'm dragging my heart out back here. But at this point, it's starting to dawn on me that it's not going to work. I had to make that pit stop. If I was a bit more fuel efficient and I didn't make those 2 mistakes when I went off the track initially, after going onto wet tyres, I probably could have won this race without question. I mean, absolutely no doubt about that. As we're coming down the straight, the final time, he's closing the gap on the leader. What do we have here? The leader's doing 163, 166. That gap's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. 163, 166, 166, 169. He's getting closer and closer and closer. As we come down to the final major braking stage, just seconds left of the race, as he almost clips the inside there, and he almost goes off. Coming onto the final straight, as he flashes his lights in acceptance that he's won. After what? I don't know how many miles this is off the top of my head. 80-mile race, separated by fractions. As I bring up the rear here, coming in third place. Not doing anything special with the driving now, as I'm just sort of pulsing towards the line. Finishing in a well-deserved third place. Could have been first, but a very, very, very good performance, which I'm happy with. Then we got Freck coming in onto the final straight. We got Diagram right behind him. Novel Wrench very close to picking up a fifth. Zilla Bag coming down the back. Uto, Amin, Badger, TJ still coming down the back straight. Caballo bringing up the rear. But yeah, that was quite an epic race. Epic to take part in. I hope you enjoyed watching it. More entertaining race than a certain F1 race which which was held this morning. But I thank you all for watching. Props to anyone that made it to the end. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.